Hi Leute und willkommen zurück zu The Outer Worlds. Ich bin jetzt wieder zurück am Schiff, wo uns die Quest wieder hingeschickt hat. Wir waren ja an diesem Terminal und da hatten wir irgendwas herausgefunden, dass wir jemanden anders suchen müssen. Genau, wir waren beim Übertragungsturm, haben da an den Terminal rumgespielt und suchen jetzt die Clarence Mostly in Byzantium. Genau, um Zugang dazu zu bekommen, muss wir den Überbrückungscode von 2 anderen Einrichtungen senden. Bla bla bla. Beim Chemielabor waren wir, da kommen wir nicht rein. Und jetzt haben wir halt aber über das Terminal jemanden gefunden, der uns da helfen kann, reinzukommen. Ich muss das eben selber nochmal nachlesen, weil ich habe jetzt einen Tag nicht mehr gespielt.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Captain! Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
Das wird nix.
Someone? You mean someone still has access to the facility? Oh, after all this time. Who was it? Of course. They know you're on the case and they're scrambling to cover their tracks. Good thinking, Captain. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation. If I know Spacer's choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it. I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same. I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time. What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late. Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend, a drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
Ja.
Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
Immer doch.
That's the spirit. Until next time, my good captain.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Can we talk?
Since we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been meaning to do. I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick. Which brings us to where we are today. Several messages and a few years late. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I was thinking you'd come too? Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood stains, wear that one. You're the boss. Anything else?
Okay. Dann gehen wir mal los. Moment. Ist das so ein Schwiegerelternbesuch? Dann kann sie alleine gehen. Dafür muss ich sie mitnehmen. Weil bin ich Kopfweh. Okay.
What? They got the drop on us. Sure.
Warum?
Like true professionals.
Ähm. Muss ich die Waffe wegstecken?
Wouldn't it be something to see an Earth assault cruiser land here?
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way one would fit.
How would you know? You've never seen it?
Anti-Cleo's ketchup. Organic, vegan, handmade, gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free.
Take your best shot, asshole. I'm going in.
Also es gibt safe einen anderen Weg rein.
What?
Aber den hier kenne ich.
What? Bring him down!
Wir hatten ja 2 Sachen zum Anwählen, zum Landen. Hätten wir wahrscheinlich das andere nehmen müssen?
Hey, I know your face. You're wanted by the board. Wow. You're a living, breathing outlaw.
Danke.
That is, until security outside gets their eyes on you, but let's not spoil the moment. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating. Then you should have told me that before I greeted you. Defaulting on a verbal agreement is a punishable offense. Now then, how can I help you? Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his Canid La Place into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
So mag ich das.
Oh, just hear me out. It's a brilliant...
Do you know the interesting thing about Canid shows?
Wie bitte?
Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about Canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough Canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility. What gave me away? Wait, don't tell me. You've read my monograph, Putting the Us in Calculus, or How to Use Mathematics to Find Your Statistically Significant Other. I'm afraid I don't really do autographs, but yes, I am Clarence mostly. Oh, then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
Ja, versuche ich aber irgendwie.
Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
Ich habe ganze...
Why are you going through all of this trouble for a journal? Actually, don't tell me. I'd like to maintain plausible deniability. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way we don't have to rely on mutual trust. The grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
Wo ist nochmal das mit dem Bedrohen?
Yes, but the winner is still in deliberation. Committee won't deliver a result for another 6 to 8 weeks. Bureaucracy. The trophy's being held in a vault at the other end of this hall. Find a way inside, disable any security, lift, carry, deliver. Simple as that.
Kann ich.
What, really? You'll do it? I mean, just like that? Don't you want to know why I asked you? While you're technically correct, which is my favorite kind of correct, no, that's not why. My canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him. Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium. What's on your mind? My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one. Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
Come now, Anubis, you must perk up.
Okay, das war wirklich sein Auge. ist ja... Warum lässt man das liegen? Das könnte doch einer stehlen.
If they didn't want to tempt us, why'd they lock it up?
So, Flammenwerfer, kritischer Schaden. Da hatten wir schon Stuff dran, ne? Achso, den Speer wollte ich gucken. Ist nur diese Typveränderung. Schade.
Sister.
Here we go. You got him. We're all set with that.
Oh. Da rein wollen wir. Das ist gerade Technikers. Ja. Weil ich die anderen nicht mehr in der Gruppe habe, habe ich nicht mehr so viel Schlossknacken. Verdammt. Schrott müsst ihr auch wieder verkaufen. Jetzt kommen wir in den Pokalraum.
You know, stealing from these assholes is its own reward.
Steht doch weiter keiner, ne? So. Ah. Damit haben wir einen Shortcut aufgemacht.
Ugh, I've always hated these things. Basically sprats with an attitude.
Since when did... You care about...
Never cared much for hors d'oeuvres. The word is just grotesque. All those superfluous letters ruin my appetite. My trophy! Look at this thing! Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly. Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers. Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error. I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe. Try to exercise caution. It's good for your lifespan.
Oh ja. Werde ich jetzt draußen vor der Tür erschossen.
You'd only be letting them into Byzantium temporarily.
Mal schauen. Ja.
They're on us.
Take him down.
Komm. Komm. Oh, dieser Kamerabug, ne? Dass sie den nie gefixt haben.
What was that? Make him regret it.
Something's not right.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Ellie hofft, Leute zu töten.
I got limits. I'm going.
Geh dahin und töte keine Leute. Also es ist natürlich hier völlig egal in dem Spielstand, ob wir jetzt irgendwelchen Ruf bei irgendwelchen Leuten verlieren. Böse. Aus. Okay, dann suchen wir beim nächsten Mal die beiden Personen. Blixley. Vielleicht machen wir Ellies Nebenmission noch für die Eltern, für den Elternbesuch, aber da muss ich erst gucken, wie wir dorthin kommen, ohne erschossen zu werden. Also bis dahin, ciao Leute.